We're in today with the Nvidia Quadro K4000. This is a 2012 video card with 768 shaders. It's got 3 GB of VRAM GDDR5 running at 811 MHz on the core clock, 1404 MHz on the memory clock, 192 bits bus width, and today we're gonna pair it up with this Intel Core 2 Duo E8500 with 2 cores and 2 threads. The only thing that we need to focus today is to see how this Intel Core 2 Duo is holding, because this video card is sitting in this computer and it doesn't move. This is bound for this computer. In this situation, the only thing that we have to do is play a couple of games and take a look on the CPU side and see how it's holding. So the best thing we can do, jump in a couple of games and see how it holds. Let's go. Very interesting CPU, very interesting performance this CPU is holding. So wait, let me see what we got here. So let me explain why. So I got 54 FPS. So I tested it on 1080p and had almost the same performance. So I was like, what's going on here? I got on the GPU side 70% load, nearly 700 megabytes of VRAM allocated and nearly 500 processed. On the CPU side, I got 60-70% load. It was the same thing with 1080p. I got 720p maximum details with full dynamic light. It's not even enhanced light, you know, to say, oh man, this is a lot of details. No, it's only halfway through the light and it's performing like this. I got a 48 FPS. So the CPU side, it's the problem here. I got 98% load on the first core of the CPU, so it's averaging around 70% load. This is a very interesting performance this CPU is offering here. If I want to play some games, it needs to be with older titles like this, but not max it out, you know, put maybe full dynamic light, medium quality, and you can get away with the CPU. So dual core CPU, apparently it's possible even today, but you need to put older titles, older games, or custom resolution, and the CPU can do the job. There are some hiccups here and there, you know, the CPU, it's not new, 2008 CPU. I mean, back in the days, the CPU was good with single core performance. You can actually see in 3.1 on the frequency. This is good. You had overclocking features, you know. Apparently, some people managed to put this CPU with a little overclock. Low TDP, 65 watts for a CPU. It was considered low TDP. Nowadays 10-20 watts. Oh, that's a low TDP CPU, seriously. But regardless, it's doing okay in S.T.A.L.K.E.R with this CPU and this GPU. Not bad. Very interesting performance in Skyrim. So I got Wait, I wanted to say 720p. No, I got 1366. This is the magic resolution that I like. I got medium quality with this video card. In this situation, you can actually see I got 40% load on the GPU. I want to see if I go there near that house, how it's going to hold on the GPU side. And on the CPU side, I got 70-80%. Keep migrating. Look at the frequency, 1.9, 3.1, 1.9, 3.1. It's like it's underclocking in order to maintain decent performance. It's got like some, I should say, ultra low power state like AMD video card. This is good, you know, if it's downclocking the CPU in order to maintain the wattage, you know, to lower the wattage, it's fantastic. See, 90, 92%, 97, wow. Look at that, now it's utilizing the CPU, but it's maintaining 60 FPS. This is what I wanted, because I knew that if I go on higher quality or ultra quality, I'm gonna have problems. So with medium quality, it looks okay, 1366, or you know what, you can do your own custom settings, and you can see that the GPU has got potential and the CPU can actually hold it. Doesn't have a lot of RAM utilization, less than 5 gig of system RAM utilized, and it shows me that Skyrim and games like this can actually work really nice with Core 2 Duo. They were made for a CPU like this, you know, this type of games were made for this. I'm i7 and i5 with 10, 15, 3 billion CPU cores and playing in cloud. Come on, go away. Seriously, an Intel Core 2 Duo can actually do the job, and that's it, you know. Build a $10 computer with you know, old recycled computer, and you can have some fun here. Look at this. I got this computer for free. You understand? And I put a CPU inside. I found some dodgy cheap RAM, hard drives, and that's it. and K4000 that I got really cheap. I can make this computer run my old games and I can have a lot of fun. Seriously, this is a great experience with this video card and this CPU. Let's see what we got in Fallout with this video card and this computer. I put 1366 with this game and maxed out the quality. I want to see, oh, 50. Whoa! I actually thought it's gonna perform really well. Who's the troublemaker in this? Apparently the CPU. No, GPU is 64% and only 661 megabytes of VRAM allocated. Who is the troublemaker here? And it doesn't give me 60 FPS. Look at that. Both of the cores are 86%. So who? Maybe the bandwidth in between? 4.7 gig of system RAM? Why is it dropping? Seriously. Who's taking the hit in this case? Maybe the bandwidth and how it's communicating with the memory and the GPU. Seriously, I don't understand. Look at that, 71% load on the GPU. Whoa! Whoa! Look at those spikes. I don't want this, seriously. It should have been a flawless performance here with this video card now. I like Fallout New Vegas, how it's performing with this old garbage computer that theoretically should have been in recycle center, squished by a crane there, you know, but I saved it and now it's working on my desk. This old beat up computer that is pushing this Intel Core2 Duo is doing a fantastic job. In this situation, I got 30-40 FPS, 80% load on the CPU. Very weird. Maybe the bandwidth in between, the memory, how it's communicating with the CPU. Maybe I need more page file. Very interesting. Why is it laggy? Well, there's so many spikes here. What the fuck is going on? 30-40 FPS. Maybe it's too much details. Maybe it's because I got a mechanical hard drive too. Very interesting performance. Okay, Fallout, you managed to show me something interesting. Seeing some situations stays on 60 FPS. Maybe it depends on the zone. Why I lag when I go there. 30 FPS. 60 FPS, 30 FPS, 60 FPS, 30 FPS. Alright, don't go in that area because it's 30 FPS. I know I don't have a standing chance with this video card and this computer in this game, but I put 720p with low details. This is a very interesting game to test this CPU. This is a very interesting game to test this GPU, actually, because I need to shift the load somehow, you know. If I put it on low details, it's gonna stress the CPU. If I put more details, it's gonna stress the GPU. But at the same time, even if I have more load on the GPU, the stress on the CPU is gonna be the same. So instead of actually going with the details, is just stay with low details and max out the CPU and see the maximum performance, because I know the GPU is better than the CPU in this case. So loading up the GPU is not showing the true colors the CPU has got. In this case, with 5.5 gig of system RAM utilized, I got 100% load on the CPU, 50 degrees. I'm actually surprised that CPU is doing the job. I mean, the cooler for the CPU is doing the job. Not bad, seriously, not a bad performance from this.
You're not welcome here.
Did you say something? Very interesting performance in this situation with this video card. In Farlight, apparently, with the CPU and this video card is gonna be very interesting to test. I wanna see this game, a light game, a battle royale game running with this, because it's kind of weird to see this. I got 80 FPS, 100 FPS on average, 41 on 1%. Not bad if you're asking me. I think there's a lot of games like this that need to be put on this video card and the CPU. I mean, it doesn't perform really well, but you can actually see that is struggling. The CPU is maxed out, there is no discussion. I got 7 gig of system RAM utilized here, and I got 53 degrees on the CPU side. CPU is the main kid on the block today, because I want to test it. I want to see how it's performing, you know, if it's possible to have a video card that is not bottlenecking the CPU, and see how the CPU is holding the performance. This is the type of game that I would like to play if I want to play something online. So in this situation, you can see that the video card doesn't have any problems with 40% load on the core. I got 44 degrees on the video card's core, and it doesn't have any stress. This is good, you know. This Quadro, it's a good choice in this situation. Doesn't have any problems. Only 1 gig of VRAM utilized, 700 processed. It's good. There are some spikes here and there. You can actually see it's very volatile on the FPS side. You know, it's some spikes here and there. It's reaching sometimes 20 ms in the situation with this CPU. I think the CPU is creating the spikes, but can't do too much here because it's an old Core2 Duo.
Reloading.
Attention, the safe zone countdown has come in.
Direct hit.
You lost with the guy with the Core2 Duo CPU. Crossout, come on, let's go. 720p. I got, what's his name? Legacy GPU in this situation in order to play the game. I'm gonna see if we can actually get some nice FPS here. Come on, let's see what we got here. 60 FPS. Oh man, this is super fast. Oh, I did. That's it, boy. Look at him. Come here, you plonker. Oh no, I'm gonna die. Alright, apparently Crossout is doing a fantastic job here. Works really nice with this video card, doesn't have any problems. I got like 70% load on the GPU, 50 degrees on the video card itself. It's only 6.3 gig of system RAM utilized, but the CPU is maxed out. Okay, so interesting performance from this CPU. It's going up to 100 FPS in the game, and it's having only 22 FPS, 23 FPS in 1%. Not okay. Let's have one more attempt here and see how it's performing. I mean, the overall performance with this is good, you know. There's no problem on utilizing this computer until now. Even though the CPU is maxed out 100%, you can actually see it's holding pretty well. Counting on good averages here. Oh no, there is one in the base here. I dip. Call of Duty with this computer is gonna be much better with 720p and maximum details. Look at this. Oh yeah, I got 600 megabytes allocation. Not bad from this computer. Only 400 megabytes of VRAM processed in this case. It's holding okay considering what game I have. 720p, maximum details. I put 720p because I didn't know how the video card is gonna hold this. Definitely it's working. Oh man, this is great. Seriously, this is a great performance. On the CPU side, I got like 70% load on the CPU with 6 gig of system RAM. This is good. So in this case, the CPU is not fully utilized and I can play the game without any problems. I think I can put even higher resolution if I'm interested. But until now, you can actually see it's holding okay. Let's jump into World of Tanks and see how it's working with low details. Ooh, I have to jump with minimal here in order to get some playable FPS with 1366. Let's see what we got here. And get 60 FPS constant. I don't have any stress on the video card, only on the CPU side. Look at the CPU side. I got 100% load on the first core, 60% on the second one. Yeah, it's being utilized. It's struggling, this core to do the job. 7.1 gig of system RAM utilized here. It's holding pretty well the system RAM. 600 megabytes of VRAM allocated, 400 process. The video card doesn't have any stress with 20-30% load. This is not okay. So CPU wise, I'm in a very bad position with this. It's so hard to actually play the game with this CPU. It's maxed out here and it's not holding very well. I think the system RAM is gonna be filled up. I don't think it's gonna hold pretty well. Oh yes, I want that shot. 3, 2, 1. Yes! Look at it, 15 FPS on 1%. That's not how you play World of Tanks. You're running everywhere. Left, right, left, right. Ah! I have to randomize the CPUs in this situation because I want to break that chain because it feels very, very weird, you know, to see this type of CPU going down like steps, you know, 84, 83, 82. No, stop it. Yeah, randomize it and see other CPUs that are good, bad, medium, all kinds of CPUs. This is the second CPU that I managed to test in this machine and it's a very good idea and I like it and I want to play more games with this type of CPUs. But now I have to find some very dodgy CPUs. Maybe I can find them and I can put them to work. It's gonna be very interesting. I love this idea. I love this PC and how it's performing until now. And it's good. It's a very good idea, you know, to have 775 CPUs tested with a machine that is, you know, not very well received nowadays because the computer itself is very cheap, you know, an old HP 775. Nobody cares and just putting some very random CPUs inside. I like it. I really appreciate it, you know, and I think this is a very good performance this computer is offering nowadays. And I'm very proud of this Quadro that is managing to do really nice and not being, I shall say, stressed here, not being bottleneck. That idea of this video card is kind of fantastic. More CPUs, more LGA 775 for this computer, because apparently it's doing fantastic and still don't have any problems. So I think ideal will be to find even worse CPUs now. And I have to prepare myself to find some very old games, because I'm 100% sure those CPUs won't do the job like this 8500 managed to do it today, because it did well, you know. In some games with 720p it did okay. There was a lot of stutter, but so yes, I like it. I like this idea. I like this video card, how it's performing. So if you have any suggestion for this machine or for the video card, or for if you have any suggestion for this machine, leave a comment, smash that like button, and I will see you very soon.